Thankfully, President RUTO corrected that policy mistake immediately he took over and took the port business back to Mombasa. There are many more that we are correcting, and we believe we will fix the economy and make it work for everyone. On the debt matter, we decided because we are in a hole, we will not stop, we will stop digging. And as the president and his deputy have said many times, we have everything to make sure that we cut down on the borrowing, raise more funds, and rebuild our economy for the benefit of everyone. It will be painful in the beginning. As a businessman, as a Kenyan, and as a leader, I can tell you that we need to fix the economy now. We have to find money to pay the debts and grow our economy. And we can no longer borrow from Peter to pay Paul. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, is here. He appears in one of my important chapters. He knows the story of 2013. He bought a copy of my book a few days ago. I did not tell him the inside story of the Madimoni scandal. He has his version to tell us one day. But for the first time, he gets to hear my side of the story. Maybe Honorable Musalia, when he gets the chance to speak today, he will tell us his side of the story of the Madimoni scandal. Honorable Musalia Mudavadi is a very tough man, a brilliant economist. I tell everyone that Musalia's speech, known as the earthquake, was brilliant. He diagnosed Kenya's economic problem very well. He knew the situation, and now together we are working to remedy that. When Musalia said, "Tusidanganyane," I felt it. He spoke his truth, many truths, and the truth of 50 million Kenyans. I put that on record too, and I hope he'll get the time to also put it on record. And his speech appears in my book. Your Excellency and distinguished ladies and gentlemen, there's a whole chapter on how we told disbelieving Kenyans that the cases at the ICC were political international conspiracy. Winning those cases was a master class in politics and in geopolitics. You just have to read the book to understand what the current president and the former president had to go. What we had to do to tell our friends, and many, many friends internationally and locally, that we knew their schemes and we were never going to deliver, their schemes are not going to deliver justice to the post-election violence victims in our country. But a book like this must have a very candid chapter, Mr. President. I have written a chapter on my ouster in 22 minutes. My ouster took 22 minutes at KICC. I served for 7.5 years, and it all came crashing in less than half an hour. Can you believe it? What could this book be without the inside story of the handshake and the suffering method out to my colleagues and Kenyans in the dying days of the Jubilee administration? You see, sometimes we think it's all politics. However, politics can get too costly. It affects the life of real people. We can be mature about it, play our politics progressively, putting public interest first. I have done it in my constituency for the last 16 years, and my development record gotten me elected 4 times in 4 elections in 4 different political parties. I just hope that putting this on the record, for the record, will help us and give us lessons to politicians. There is more at stake. They need to work for the people who elected them into office. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished book lovers, as I conclude, let me recap that if this book inspires any hustler to pray to God